Nous débutions le temps du carême. Dans la vision chrétienne de la vie, ce sont chaque jour et chaque instant qui peuvent être dits favorables au salut. Cependant, le temps du carême nous le fait découvrir et vivre de façon plus intense. La conversion à laquelle nous sommes appelés ne doit pas être comprise comme un simple ajustement de notre vie, mais comme un véritable retournement. Se convertir signifie pauvrement aller à contre-courant, ce courant qui n'est autre qu'un style de vie superficiel et incohérent, qui souvent nous entraîne, nous domine, nous rend prisonniers du mal et de la médiocrité. Bien plus qu'une décision morale, la conversion relève pour les croyants d'un choix de foi qui introduit dans une communion plus profonde avec la personne du Christ. Ainsi, se convertir et croire à l'Évangile ne sont-ils pas deux choses distinctes? Le geste de l'imposition des cendres nous rappelle nos fragilités, y compris la plus grande de toutes, la mort. Mais nous ne sommes que poussière, notre poussière précieuse aux yeux de Dieu, qui fait de notre mort, qu'a partagé Jésus-Christ, le chemin de la résurrection glorieuse. Nous sommes donc invités à plonger notre vie plus profondément dans le mystère pascal, à travers la participation à l'Eucharistie et à la vie de charité qui naît de l'Eucharistie et qui trouve en elle sa plénitude. Je suis heureux de saluer les pèlerins francophones, en particulier tous les collégiens confiés à la Vierge Marie, notre carême, et Piola, de nous accompagner pour que nous puissions être vraiment renouvelés lorsque nous célébrons la Pâque de son Fils. Bon carême à tous!
Most Holy Father, the English-speaking visitors and pilgrims are happy to have this occasion to express to you their sentiments of respect and esteem, and to assure you of their prayers for your ministry as the successor of Peter. Among those present today are the following groups. From various countries, a group participating in a course on church leadership at the Anglican Center. From England, pilgrims from St. Joseph's Parish, Basingstoke, Hampshire. Pilgrims from Our Lady of the Angels Parish, Erin, Kent. Students and staff from St. Monica's High School, Bury. Cardinal Vaughan Memorial School, London. Thetford Grammar School, Norfolk. From Ireland, candidates for the permanent diaconate in the Archdiocese of Dublin. The Rathcairn Choir, Athboy, County Meath. Students and staff from Abbey Community School, and St. Killian's Community School, Ballywaltrim, Bray, County Wicklow. From the United States of America, pilgrims from the Diocese of St. Augustine, Florida. Members of the Latin Club in St. Mary's Parish, Potsdam, New York. Students and faculty from Mount St. Mary's University, Maryland. Brandeis University, Waltham, Massachusetts. William Allen High School, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Bishop Hendricken High School, Warren, Rhode Island. Also from England, Sacred Heart of Mary Girls' School, London. The Salesian School, Chertsey, the Diocese of Arundel and Brighton. St. Boniface Catholic School, the Diocese of Plymouth. St. Leonard's School in Durham. At the end of the audience, His Holiness will lead us in singing the Our Father in Latin. The words can be found on the back of your ticket. He will then impart his apostolic blessing, which he willingly extends to the members of your families at home. His Holiness also intends to bless any religious articles you may have brought for this purpose, and in a special way, his blessing goes to your children and to your loved ones who are sick.
Dear brothers and sisters, today, Ash Wednesday, marks the beginning of the Church's Lenten journey towards Easter. Lent reminds us, as St. Paul exhorts, not to accept the grace of God in vain, but to recognize that today the Lord calls us to penance and spiritual renewal. This call to conversion is expressed in the two formulae used in the rite of the imposition of ashes. The first formula, turn away from sin and be faithful to the gospel, echoes Jesus' words at the beginning of his public ministry. It reminds us that conversion is meant to be a deep and lasting abandonment of our sinful ways in order to enter into a living relationship with Christ, who alone offers true freedom, happiness, and fulfillment. The second, older formula, remember man, that you are dust, and to dust you shall return, recalls the poverty and death which are the legacy of Adam's sin, while pointing us to the resurrection, the new life, and the freedom brought by Christ, the second Adam. This Lent, through the practice of prayer and penance, and the ever more fruitful reception of the Church's sacraments, may we make our way to Easter with hearts purified and renewed by the grace of this special season. I welcome all English-speaking visitors present to this audience, especially those from England, Ireland, and the United States. My special greeting goes to the members of the movement Pro Sanctutate from Lithuania, led by Bishop Antons Justs. I also greet the many school and university students, including those from Bishop Hendricks High School in Rhode Island. And I thank the choirs for their praise of God in song. Upon all of you, invoke God's blessings of joy and peace.
Heiliger Vater, die Pilgerbesucher